We're talking Penn State football here on Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, with Patrick Corbler. You can join him and the rest of the staff there. We've got a number of contributors right there that do a great job for us. Tim Aiden, Ellie Moretta, Felice as well, and now Patrick jumping on to run down Penn State, getting us set for spring practice. Starts in just a few weeks. I know that the blue and white game set for April 21st there in Happy Valley. And speaking of which, as we turn the page from the Saquon Barkley era to Trace McSorley's final season, possibly at Penn State. Saquon obviously is the guy that everybody gravitated to, knew about. He was the big star. He was the man. Deshaun Hamilton's a big loss, a guy that pretty much from this time he stepped on campus with Geno Lewis was a playmaker and was in the starting lineup from week one with Christian Hackenberg. And then Mike Gesicki, possibly the best pass-catching tight end in college football, gone. What is this offense going to look like this year?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of set it up well, losing guys like Barkley, Gesicki, and Hamilton. That's all career leaders at Penn State. Barkley, I believe, is number two all-time leading rusher at Penn State. Hamilton has a receptions record. Gesicki was has the most receptions for a tight end. So it's a lot of experience at those three spots specifically. But fortunately, Trace McSorley is back, and I've always been a huge proponent of Trace McSorley. Even when he was redshirting and he was backing up Christian Hackenberg, I always thought that he would eventually, take this program to new heights, and he has. Now it's not going to be so much about Trace and Saquon; it's just going to be more so Trace. But there are weapons around him. Penn State has recruited extremely well at wide receiver. Juwan Johnson returns. Most fans will probably remember Juwan because of his catch against Iowa, the touchdown as time expired. DeAndre Tompkins feels like he's been at Penn State forever. He's another guy at wide receiver that's going to have to step up next year and replace some of the production that Hamilton's taking with him to the NFL. And then at running back, taking over for Saquon is a kid who was probably more heralded recruit, Miles Sanders. He was a 5-star kid from Pittsburgh that Penn State fought tooth and nail to keep committed in that class. He's waited patiently behind Barkley and probably hasn't gone the carries that maybe he even expected being a backup, but he's going to have a chance to shine this year. And then for Penn State, these last, it's almost going on 4 years now. It's always been about the offensive line, just because it's been a weaker point for the program for a couple of years. Not to bring up the sanctions, because I kind of hate people who use that as an excuse still, but the sanctions really took their biggest toll there. They returned 4 stars on the offensive line: Ryan Bates, Steven Gonzalez, Connor McGovern, and Will Fries. So excuses are kind of over there. It's guys that are older, guys that have some experience, and should be one of the stronger units in the Big Ten, or at least that's the hope in Happy Valley.